Good day, my name is Mark Malore. I'm an attorney here in Riverside, California. I have a number of clients dealing with establishing new businesses, new ventures, and questioning me about whether to start up a new corporation or a limited liability company, an LLC. So I thought it helpful to put together a quick video to go over some of the issues that I think are important when I counsel my clients. The first issue that I think you need to take a look at is liability protection. The second is taxable events, or the taxation your entity is going to incur. Let's first talk about the liability protection. When we start a California corporation, the California corporation is governed by the California Corporations Code, and so the procedures that follow are subject to the bylaws of the corporation and also basically the code. The code tells us what is required and what needs to be done in order to run the corporation effectively. An LLC, however, is a little bit different in that there's no code that governs LLCs. It's more governed by what we call an operating agreement. And the operating agreement is drafted and established when you first start an LLC, and the company is run according to that operating agreement. And so it's important in establishing a limited liability company to understand your needs, both taxable and enterprise-wise, in order to establish an operating agreement that's most helpful to you and your business. From a liability standpoint, both entities, limited liability company and corporation, protect you from liability in terms of claims of negligence or wrongdoing. They can't go after you individually, go after you meaning the shareholders or the members of the LLC. They can't go after the individuals directly. They have to go after the corporation, so it helps insulate them from personal liability. Liability-wise, they both act in the same way, with the exception of the fact that, liability speaking, if a judgment is garnered against one of the members of an LLC, that doesn't have to be paid until the LLC issues a payment out to that member. Whereas a corporation, the stock can be grabbed in any judgment proceeding as part of that corporation. Now, when we talk about liability, the next question we need to ask is, what is the taxable event on a corporate entity or an LLC? And for that, I'm going to suggest, just like I do to my clients that come to me in my office, they speak with a certified public accountant that can look at what kind of venture they're going to start, the volume of business they expect to do, and what entity would be particularly beneficial from a tax perspective in establishing for their particular business situation. I have a number of investor real estate clients that like to establish LLCs because it's my understanding that that gives them certain tax deductions they would not otherwise obtain by establishing a corporation. But I'm not qualified to give you that advice. You need to see your certified public accountant for that, and once certified public gives you that kind of information, you can come to someone like myself and we can establish whatever entity they're suggesting that you start, and we can do that work for you, either a corporate entity or an LLC entity, to protect you from a liability perspective and also give you the best tax advantage that can possibly be garnered. Feel free to give us a call and go over your particular circumstances. We'd be happy to help.